Hello and welcome to Reality TV Cringe. I am one of your hosts, Delia, and I'm here with my real tight homegirl and my daughter-in-law, Beatrice.
That's me.
We are here to talk sister wives hood.
Yes.
We are still in the rewind era.
Mm-hmm.
We are finishing up season 6, and I'm thankful.
Finally.
Let's get this dumb commitment ceremony over with.
Boring.
I am so bored. But before we get into it, we do have to remind you to please hide your wife and hide your kids. This is a politically incorrect podcast. We say dumb things.
Objectively.
We have stupid opinions.
Yeah.
And we say bad words.
Sorry about it.
So if you're sensitive,
Go away already, you little baby.
you might want to find yourself another dumpster.
Bye.
But if you're ready to have a big old party with a bunch of badly dressed Mormons, welcome to this dumpster.
And if you like what we do over here, please be sure to follow us on Instagram at Reality TV Cringe. It's our only social media. And join us on Patreon, patreon.com/Reality TV Cringe. We have so much cool stuff on there. We have after shows sometimes, ad-free episodes if you're tired of all these goddamn ads, and bonus content.
Yes, we're having a lot of fun there, and we'd love to see you up in that VIP dumpster.
Yes.
For sure. Also, if you are watching on YouTube, please do not forget to like and comment and share and subscribe, because truly every single thing that you do helps us to reach our goal, which is to mount 6,000 subscribers.
That's all we want.
I think we're like almost at 5.5, right?
I know, halfway there.
We're halfway to 6. I'm so thrilled, though.
Me too.
Keep hope alive. Okay, so before we get into our recap, which I just cannot imagine is going to be more than 5 minutes,
I mean,
honestly.
seriously.
Everything that happened in this episode happened in the last episode.
Yep.
But before we get into it, did you have any like overarching takeaways?
That cake that Kody wanted so badly, that tree cake,
Yeah, the $8,500 cake?
was looking awfully phallic to me.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about
It was
that.
it looked like, kind of Jeff Bezos' spaceship, very phallic.
Yes. Oh, gosh. We're being interrupted live on Raccoon TV. Our waiter is bringing me a cocktail.
Waiter.
It's the best interruption possible. Hi, sweetie.
I've got Mama's Happy Juice.
Thank you, babe. I do appreciate it. Thank you. You know, I need to drink to talk about these brows.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I can't even stand to watch that stuff sober.
Bye.
Bye. So your takeaway is that the tree is phallic.
Yes.
Okay.
The tree cake.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue the point. I don't really know that I have a takeaway other than, like I said, I'm glad to be exiting season 6.
Yes, I'm over it.
Season 7 seems to have some good, juicy things from the lore, from the canon that we're going to be getting into. For example,
Oh, God. My Sister Wife's Closet. And
Shark Tank.
Robin, yes. They go and pitch it to investors because Robin is so tired and overworked.
I worked so hard for this family.
She literally goes on a whole pity party. And she's like, Kody, I want to have another baby, but I can't right now because I'm so busy with my Sister Wife's Closet. So we need investors. So then they go and pitch it to investors, and it's an absolute fucking fail. And they don't get the money, obviously. And then Robin has a full-on meltdown. It's so good.
And also, isn't this the season where Mary wants to go back to university?
Yes, which Robin also freaks out about.
I can't wait. So this is all going to be good. We're going to continue. Are we going to continue? Because as we have all heard by now, I'm sure, Sister Wives season 20 is coming back on September 28th, 2025, in just like a month, babe.
In literally a month.
A month, babe.
I feel like we just finished season 19.
Oh, by the way, if you are going to join our Patreon, please know that we are going to be looking at the trailer for Sister Wives and also the mid-season trailer for Plathville, which is also crazy. But that's on Patreon. So if you want to see our reaction, check it out there. But it's already coming back. I feel like we were covering season 19 through June, right?
Yeah.
It was June,
We
right?
definitely were. Like for almost an entire year, we were covering that season. So if season 20 is that long again, I'm going to
Oh, God.
pass away. But I mean, we're still going to cover it, obviously, and enjoy it because it's probably, I don't know, I'm just fake psychic predicting it's probably going to be the final season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, after watching the trailer, which again we'll discuss on Patreon, but it kind of like looks up they're sewing up the last of the issues, i.e., Coyote Pass.
Yeah, I would be shocked if we did another season after this.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just can't. It's so much. So, but we are going to go right back into season 7 of our rewinds. And then when Sister Wives comes back for season 20, we're going to pause season.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Never ending.
Never ending Sister Wives. Okay, so we're just going to go right into it starting next week because there is a tell all after this episode.
Yeah. And I'm just kind of like, we know that they're lying. We know it's Tamron Hall, which is, she's great. But like, we know that we're not going to get her for very many tell-alls after this. And it's just like,
Okay. So this is our last episode for season 6. And then next week, we're going to get right into season 7.
I think so.
But we also have Seeking Sister Wives coming up.
Girl, I know.
End of September. We also have Special Forces.
All at the end of
Have
September.
you seen any of the little clips that they're releasing for Special Forces?
A little bit.
Looks like Cody's in some sort of a face mask or a helmet, which I only know it's him because I can see his curly girl tendrils.
Yes.
So it's coming, and we are going to cover that at least until he eliminates himself, which I hear is after one episode.
I really hope so, yeah.
And then what else? Plathville still.
Plathville, yeah.
That's 4 shows.
Girl.
We're going to have to figure it out. We will let you know what the schedule is going to look like. But
Yes.
we're planning on diving into all of that, right?
Yeah. I mean, we gotta watch Seeking Sister Wife because Garrick and also Mr. Unemployed with the 3/4 wives or whatever. You remember where he had all of them and they sleep in the same bed together?
Oh, the Denver daddy.
Yeah, all the thick white ladies.
Thick white ladies now. Some thick white ladies.
Danielle is gone. The most
that
recent
eyebrows?
one? Yes.
Okay.
Or no, eyelashes.
Eyelashes. Okay, so
Yes.
she's gone. She's left
gone.
them.
And there's a new one.
Oh God, there's a lot going on in Seeking Sister Wives. I think we have to watch
I mean,
it.
it's gonna be a train wreck.
And Plathville is really lit
Oh my
on and
God.
popping too. So anyway,
good.
again, we'll keep you posted
figure it
and we'll
out.
let you know what's going on with that. But without further ado, let's get into season 6, episode 19 of Sister Wives, entitled
The Commitment Celebration.
Oh my God, let's roll right through this. I am bored.
And it's just like in true Brown fashion, it's going to be chaotic. We're doing everything last minute.
Running around, scrambling.
I mean, and I didn't realize that like with the dresses that they were getting custom made by that poor dress designer who's just like wanting to pull her hair out. They asked her like 3 weeks in advance, which is absolutely insane to do 4 dresses before this freaking commitment ceremony. And lo and behold, Mary's dress is not going to work out, so she's got to go to some booty ass boutique and buy a freaking lime green
Girl.
dress.
I know it was 2014. I know it was another moment in time in terms of fashion, but I don't know how Mary steps out and is in that drab lime green dress with like a little white bolero or whatever and a sash which accentuates her
Torso.
torso. All of her torso. But like she comes out, she looks in the mirror and she's like, "Oh, I look stunning."
Girl, it was the most unflattering thing.
Beautiful.
It was horrible.
So bad, but still better than the dress that Sam, the designer, was constructing. Poor
Yes.
beleaguered Sam, who was just trying to turn something out for these ladies.
And she had to bring her freaking mom to help
Althea.
her, who was such a saint, and she
Yes.
was just trying to make something work. And Janelle's dress ended up looking pretty great. She looked
I
really
thought
pretty.
Janelle looked lovely.
Yeah.
I think the dress kind of nipped in her waist, which is really looking good because she's been working out with that guy at the gym for like a year now.
Yep.
And I thought like with the little fall extension she had
Yeah.
in with her eyes, I'm like, holy
She's
cow,
pretty.
Janelle, you're ravishing.
Yep.
And the color on her was so gorgeous as well.
I thought so too. I'm like, she's like a jewel tone. Is that a jewel tone?
it is a jewel tone.
I'm like, It's pretty.
And remember, like, the hot pink dress that she wore to one of Christine's many engagement shindigs? Like, also
Yeah.
kind of a beautiful jewel tone. Ooh, she
Yeah.
looked gorgeous then, and she looked gorgeous for the celebration.
Honestly, Janelle's the only one that looks good here because Mary's dress is horrible.
Oh my God, Mary, what were you thinking?
And then we have Christine's dress. The Renaissance Fair Empire waist.
Totally.
Freaking burnt orange.
A terrible color. A truly awful
Like,
color.
what are we doing here?
I don't know, but she's being a good sport.
She is.
And at least it's a dress that Sam and Althea can complete before the celebration, even though it looks like dog shit,
It's
dude.
horrible,
It's
dude.
really bad. But they're doing some last minute alterations, and Christine is being really nice about it. And she does end up wearing it, which I'm personally shocked. that
She should have
did.
got a different dress at the booty ass boutique with Mary, but she did.
She did
She
not.
thought she looked fine, I guess. And then we have Robin's dress that was also a train wreck that wasn't going to work out because it didn't fit her properly or whatever. And then luckily, Robin has a dress that'll work because it's like the day of the event or something like that, or a day before. And Sam's like, this dress is not going to work. You need to find an alternative.
Or do you have anything in your My Sister Wives closet that would suit this occasion? And Robin's like, as it turns out, I actually do have a dress in the exact same color.
Yeah.
And then she goes and gets it and she puts it on. And I think it's matronly. I think she looks like a witch, but at least it works for the event.
But it does like fit her properly.
Yes.
So it's like, did you go shopping for that before?
Of course she did.
So it's just like you make these other women look like fools getting these dresses designed that are just train wrecks. Like really, Janelle's is the only one that's decent. And I feel bad for Sam because I feel like she tried really hard and she didn't have enough time.
No, and I think she was working off the designs that were presented to her by the women, and they were terrible designs. And so she's doing the best she can with a shit sandwich.
Seriously.
Did you note the scene where Janelle was getting her dress altered and Robin was in the kitchen and she's like, oh my God, Janelle, that makes you look really, really thin.
Yes, I did note that.
Which I felt was interesting. I think I want to give Robin the benefit of the doubt. I think in her own way and circa 2014, she was trying to give a compliment while at the same time continuing to highlight the fact that Janelle has been struggling with her weight. But it was just also like a needless comment. You could have just said, wow, you look really beautiful. That looks
Yeah.
lovely on you. But instead, the thinnest wife is telling the biggest wife that she's looking really thin.
Yeah, it felt like a mean girl comment
A
to
little
me.
bit.
Like the popular girl at high school is like, "Oh yeah, like you look
Makes you
really
look so
thin."
skinny.
Yeah, it felt really rude to me.
Well, I was hoping that it wasn't. Okay.
I feel it.
All right.
Robin the witch is weaving her web right here because even Janelle was just like, "Oh, okay, thanks," because just a couple episodes ago, Robin's like, "Oh, I only got an XL T-shirt for you. I don't know if
Sorry
it's gonna
about
fit.
it."
I don't know if it's gonna fit your face." That's basically what she's saying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did note that. And did you note the scene when Mary was going shopping for dresses and Mary on the couch was talking about how she needed her best friend Andrea to come help her, and
Yes.
Christine's like, "But we're supposed to be your best friends." And then Mary like awkwardly laughs about like, "Well, but you're not though. Like I have Andrea."
Yes.
Just
and-
highlighting how they're not liking each other right now.
Yeah. And essentially, Mary tells Christine, because it's Christine who's kind of making a joke about not being invited or not being considered a best friend to Mary. Like she's making a joke about it. But like Mary's like, but yeah, but like you don't want to shop and you don't want to go with me. So that's why I'm taking an actual friend. And I think it's great that I have friends because none of you bitches actually like me.
Yikes.
Nor do you, Kody.
But it's like I'm kind of watching these older seasons and I'm like, Mary, you're kind of mean though a little bit. Like you kind of oust everybody else except for Robin in these earlier seasons. Like, I don't know. I feel like Christine was also making a little bit of a jab, being like, but we're supposed to be your friends. I don't know. It just shows that even at this time, the wives are not really liking each other. I think the sole reason is because Robin's stealing Kody from everybody. So they're all bitter and coming after each other. But
Except for Janelle. She seems just fine.
Janelle's in her Renaissance era.
Yes, but I do think that Mary, you really notice starting season 5 and season 6 that her walls really are up. Like she's talking a lot about where she fits in the family. And now that Leon's out of the house, like, where does that leave me? But at the same time, you don't really see that contrasted with attempts by Mary to be friends with this woman. Yes, they went to San Francisco. And yes, it was a contrived, produced event, but like we don't really see them hanging out. We see Mary in like the periphery of Robin's life,
Yes.
but not necessarily Robin in the periphery of Mary's life. So like she's not trying, she's not doing anything. And even at the end of this episode, not to jump ahead, although this episode sucked, but I mean they end the episode saying this was great and all, we had the celebration, but that doesn't mean the work is done. That doesn't mean we're all fixed and we're in the cul-de-sac and everything's going to be great. And they seem to acknowledge like there's a lot that they still have to do.
Yeah.
You can see it in Mary, and you can see
Yikes.
it in Christine's joke about not being her best friend.
Definitely. Eloquently put. And then the whole episode is like just preparing for the commitment ceremony, and it's just kind of like chaotic because the Browns do everything last minute. Kody is trying to hang up lights in the cul-de-sac and he's failing because he's not a real man.
Well, but he's also getting angry about
Yeah.
it. And it's like he wants to have these big events and he wants to show himself as like the patriarch who's coordinating everything and he's moving things around and he's taking care of all of it. But at the same time, he can't handle it. And so just stringing the lights from each of the 4 houses in the cul-de-sac to like the center point is stressing him out to such a degree that he's snapping at his wives.
Yep.
By the time we even get to the celebration, he's like over the top. He's having a terrible time during their pictures, which we'll get to. And it ends up like his younger brother, Michael, comes and finishes the lights for him. I'm like,
Yeah.
so why have we been doing this for all of these days? Why did we need the lights in the first place in the middle of the cul-de-sac when there were so many other things? You've got grandma's here, Bonnie's here, you've got Mary, you've got her sister. They're making all this food. There's all of the tables and the decorations, but like you are setting yourself apart from all of that to do this other project so you don't have to help, but
Exactly.
you're still getting pissed off at everybody.
Well, and it's like this whole celebration is just too much. Like you have 700 servings of food that you have to make, that the wives have to make and the grandmas have to make, and then all of this furniture being delivered, and then the lights, and then the photos, and then the phallic cake, and then the stupid dresses, and then the sand ceremony. It's just like way too much.
Yeah.
And it's all for an image. It's all for the season. It's a season finale of just like, look, we're committing to each other and to our family, but we're hating each other at the same time. It's just like it's all a narcissistic display, I think, on Kody's part to be like, yeah, I'm keeping it together, but we know that he's not. Like behind the scenes, shit's crumbling. And even in his mood, him getting all angry about the fucking lights, it's like, chill out.
It's not a big deal. And
No.
you didn't even need to do it in the first
You
place.
didn't at all.
But it's like when they would take their big road trips, like when they went to that Nauvoo or whatever
Yeah,
in
in
Illinois.
Illinois,
And
yeah.
like he was just getting progressively more and more upset. Although, wasn't this your idea? Wasn't it Mary who organized the road trip in the first place? And wasn't it
Yes.
you that blew the timeline? But like you're getting mad, you're snapping at people. It's like, why do you do this all the time?
Right.
And this just kind of illustrates to me as we close out this particular season that he loves to tell us how much he loves his family. But when it comes down to actually not babysitting, but watching your child truly who's got a kidney infection while your wives are in San Francisco, when it comes down to just being present while you're having this celebration that you've been talking about for the entire season, like you're not actually there.
Yep.
You don't actually love these kids who are showing up and doing the best that they can. Like you're telling them that they're going to be exiled from the family if they act out on celebration day. This is who you are.
It's crazy making, dude. I couldn't deal with it, honestly. The whole episode kind of stressed me out. It was boring, but it stressed me out just with all of the planning of everything. It kind of reminded me of how my family does things, because growing up, my mom would always want to do these like big, grandiose like celebrations and stuff. And for my mom, it kind of came from a good place of just like wanting to give us like a good experience and everything, but it always stressed her out. And she would get agitated and she would snap at us. She wouldn't tell us we were exiled from the family, but like she would get fucking annoyed with us when she was trying to prepare everything, and she would take on so much pressure to be like perfect and to appear perfect and to put on this display for everybody else. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're just a family. We don't need to do this. It's like, I kind of felt how the older kids were feeling, like, what was it, last episode, when they're like, this whole celebration is just for our parents. Like, we don't really care. We're
It's
a family.
not even for the parents. It's for the people who are showing up, and it's for us, the audience,
Yeah.
so that they can try to convince us that they are one working, functioning, happy family, which they are not.
Right.
And also it's because they have to create content so that they continue to have the show. And it was actually having me wonder as I was watching this, because I did peek at season 7. There's only 8 episodes versus this is the 19th episode of season 6. And I'm wondering when Kody heard from TLC in production that they may be canceling the show. And then the lore is that Kody negotiated to take a huge pay cut and get a lot less in order to continue with the show. When was that? Like, what year was that? Was it around this time? I'm kind of wondering.
That would be kind of an interesting theory, because maybe that's why they plan to do this big thing, because he thought it would be like really good content and it would keep him on the show. Like, just film me doing a bunch of random bullshit in my cul-de-sac and like keep me on the show, please, TLC. Maybe that's what it was.
And I'm wondering, like, what the audience was thinking at this time. And I know that there are some people who listen and who watch who absolutely were watching from season 1. Like, what was the consensus in the audience? Were people already onto them? Were people still thinking like, wow, polygamy, they're just like us? Or could they feel the undertones? Could they sense that there was a lot more going on? And was that why they continued to watch? I'm just curious. I don't know. But I just feel like this was so boring, so
boring.
contrived, and like the endless ceremonial, the sand thing, the tree thing, the kids with their gratitude roses, the jewelry that Robin made. I'm like, why are we doing this?
And like doing it for a bunch of guests and stuff that we never end up seeing ever again. Like,
yeah, because it doesn't matter.
no, it doesn't matter at all. But like, let's just get to the whole commitment ceremony, because everybody's dressed in their Sunday best. We have all of the, well, I mean, in their version of Sunday best.
For the Browns.
Yes.
Yes.
We have furniture being delivered. We have the cake. We have all the food that the wives made and prepared for everybody. Everyone shows up, all of the guests. We have Robin's beautiful big backyard that was redone for this whole ceremony. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn.
Multiple thousands of dollars.
Damn.
Went into whatever they did in that backyard. So are we sure that that was her backyard? Because again, they keep referring it to our backyard. So is it like the shared space between Robin and Mary, or was that all just in Robin's backyard for her home and for the value of her home?
I was watching this and I'm like, I couldn't tell whose house it was. So I don't know if like the fans snooped it out and found out that it was Robin's backyard, and that's maybe why they didn't say whose house it was, because they didn't want people to know, like they didn't want the fans to know at the time that it was Robin's backyard that got to be redone. But I'm just like looking at it, the aerial view of how big it was and all the fake grass and everything. I'm like, dang, dude, that was a lot of money and landscaping. And I was thinking about the whole ceremony, right? Because remember when they were going cake shopping and Kody was talking about his big phallic cake dream, and Janelle was like worried about how expensive it was going to be because it was going to be $8,500.
Right.
But then I'm looking at all of the money that they spent on this stupid party, and I'm like, you spent way more than that, and you weren't worried about that.
Right. And you just know that if it did go into Robin's backyard, or even if it was Janelle's or Mary's or Christine's, the other wives would have had an issue with that.
Yeah.
They would have said, well, this is bettering that home. It's going to add to the value and the ultimate equity of that home. How come Robin gets the full benefit of that, but I don't? So you just know that that's a conversation that they would have had, but like TLC is already on the fuck shit with not like divulging what those conversations are. And when you compare that with what is currently happening on Plathville and all the conversations that are taking place, for better or for worse, it's just like, I just wish that they would have had the foresight to film some of that and be honest, because that would have been really great information to hear instead of focusing on the sand ceremony and how Robin designed these booty ass trees of life for the cuffs and the bracelets. Like nobody actually cares, you basic bitch. Sorry, that's so bad. I'm
But
sorry.
it's serious. It's the
Sorry.
truth.
Basic.
And it's all about the appearances. It's all about like, no, we're a happy family. No, we have no problems. No, we love each other. We're imperfect like every other family, but we're doing great. We have the family focus. Like we're working on it. We're in therapy. And it's like, but you're not though. There's obviously like a huge disparity right from the get-go, right from the beginning. And it's because of Robin. It's just like crazy making to watch this. And Robin's booty ass jewelry, those cuffs that she made
So
for
ugly.
everybody. I'm like, what is this? Who would actually wear that? I thought she made like cufflinks or something. No, it was a giant faux leather bracelet with a little tree of life on it. And then I'm like, how much money did that cost?
And did they end up marketing that on the website from My Sister Wives Closet? Did they try and sell that as a product? How much were they selling it for? Like, I just wasn't tuned in back then to kind of ask those questions. But yeah, like it was all cringeworthy,
Super
in my
cringe.
opinion.
And then when they have the family photos,
Yeah.
and Kody has his whole fucking meltdown because they do like individual family photos. And I don't know if they were doing photos of like each kid. No, right?
No,
It's just the families.
Yeah, him with his wife, a specific wife, and their kids.
Yeah. And then when they get to the actual group photo, Kody is like on his wit's end, freaking out because he's tired of smiling for the camera. And so they're trying to gather all of the people together for this one giant photo. And this is where we have Kody like yelling for everybody to look down the lens. And then he has that weird, creepy, like demon shake or something. And then,
Right, and the smile.
my God, what a freak.
Yeah, I guess that's to communicate that he's really stressed out. But I'm like, your kids are behaving. I mean, they're just kids. They're doing what kids do, but they're actually being well behaved in this moment. It's you that's stressed out. It's you that seems to be annoyed and bothered by your very normal family.
Well, I'm just like, how old are you at this point? You're in your 40s. Like, learn to emotionally regulate. Like, why are you freaking out like this over just some photos? Maybe it was hot. I don't know. But I'm just like, you're a freak.
Yeah.
You're weird. And it just, to me, like I said last week, is just a window into how Kody actually is off camera. He's probably not that nice of a dad. I know I've probably said this on the pod before that, oh, it looked like Kody might have been a good dad to the kids in the earlier seasons. And now I'm kind of like, I don't know. He might have been a little angry. He might have yelled at them too much. Like, I don't know what he was like, but.
Well, I think that we can see multiple aspects of Kody. Like I can see in these earlier seasons that he was present sometimes with his kids, that he did love his kids. Like when he was walking around to each of the children before they made their entrance into the party, he's telling the littles that they look gorgeous. He's calling out each of his children and saying, you look really fly in that suit. Like he's trying to give them a pep talk. And I thought that was a nice aspect of Kody. But from where we're sitting in 2025, like these negative aspects and attributes that are showing themselves in these earlier seasons, especially as we progress, you can really see how they have crystallized into this person that he is currently, like this angry, small, little narcissistic man. You can see like twinges of that here in this episode. And then just to know that he indulges that from that point on, he allows himself to feel that more and more and more, and to place himself in that position of authority and importance so that he then feels entitled to mistreat his other wives and ultimately his children. Like how that progress actually happens. You can see glimpses here.
Oh, yeah.
Little glimpses. But like the man he has become, what a shame.
Honestly, a disgrace.
Yes.
And even in the moments when he was telling his kids that they were beautiful, I just felt was like just a response to how he appeared on the camera, or how he appeared on the camera. Like it was just him love bombing his kids. Like, no, I actually love you, and I don't want to exile you from the family. Sorry for yelling at you on national television like a fucking crazy person. You're beautiful though.
Yeah.
You're gorgeous.
Nice dress.
Yeah. Handsome. Just crazy. And then the whole sand ceremony thing, like again, I talked about that last week. It's cursed because I did my family did that, and now we don't talk to each other.
Yikes.
And they did it, and now
Mhm.
they don't talk to each other.
Mhm.
And then the signing of the mission statement was just so cringe.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
And furthermore, I don't think they care.
no.
I know Janelle doesn't care. I know Mary is uninterested. I know those kids don't care. Like, nobody cares. And in 4 or 5 years' time, you're all going to be exploding as a family.
Just crazy
Mhm.
making. And then we have the kids, though. That was kind of sweet, where they had this little surprise for the family to basically show the parents that they actually did care about the ceremony a little bit. And so they have each one of the kids say what they're grateful for their family.
Which was nice. And I liked watching Hunter on the couch with the rest of the older kids. And he's talking about how it is really wonderful that they're all in proximity to one another. They're in
Yeah.
this cul-de-sac. They're back together again. And that this celebration for him really does symbolize like we're getting it back on track. Like we're a family again. And I feel sad
Yeah.
because it doesn't actually end up coming to fruition, but you can see that the kids actually are hopeful and they're glad and they're playing with each other. And it's
Yeah.
sad.
It's really sad. And it's like crazy to see how much the separation really did affect the entire family.
Yeah.
Like they don't talk about it too much, but every once in a while they'll make a comment about like how when they were in the rentals, like their family really suffered and really struggled and really broke, and now they're in the cul-de-sac, and so they're really working on things. Like it did a lot of damage to be separated just for 2 years for such a cohesive family unit and everything. And then now that they're in the cul-de-sac, things will be okay for a little. And then they go back to Flagstaff, again, separated. And then that's
Right.
ultimately what breaks up the entire family.
Yep.
Just
And
crazy.
You know, when they're talking about getting back together, what they're trying to recapture is Lehigh.
Yes.
Because the last time these kids were together, that's what it was.
Yep.
You know, and then the cameras came and then fame came and they moved to Vegas and they had the rentals. And so in their little childlike spirits, they're hoping that this is them coming back to what they had in Lehigh.
So sad.
And that's what makes it really tragic to me, is because the cameras changed Kody.
Yep.
And the money changed Kody and Robin. And everything has been changed. As soon as those cameras went up, as soon as they relocated and left their way of life, like it was never, ever going to be the same. And you know, like as a child, as you get older and then you leave, maybe you go to university or you get your first apartment or whatever, but it kind of strikes you that first Christmas or whatever,
Yeah.
or that first year that you're away, like it's never going to be what it was before.
Right.
And there's something so lonesome about that. And yet
Yes.
in this snapshot, this moment with Hunter on the couch, he's like, we're back together and it's awesome. It's going to be great. And he really is grateful.
Yeah.
But
he is.
2025, I think he hates his dad.
Oh, I would.
And I don't blame him at all.
Oh, yeah. If I was one of these older kids, I would be so fucking resentful.
You sold me a dream, Dad. You told me that we were a certain kind of family.
Yep.
You told me that you loved us. What happened?
And you raised us all as we were siblings. And like all of the siblings do keep their relationships, it seems like, for the most part. You know, there's some that don't talk to each other or whatever. But like for the most part, they're all still a family. But to have their dad and to watch their dad just like slowly walk away from them all and like slowly abandon them all for Robin and her kids.
After subjecting them to this endless parade of things like the commitment ceremony,
Yes.
these symbols of what a family should be, while underneath all of those symbols, there's nothing. There's you spending all your time with Robin. There's
Right.
you neglecting them and hurting their mothers. You know, it's like,
Exactly.
it's a mind fuck. It would have had to been such a mind fuck.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it's just really weird and sad to watch this commitment ceremony because we know that it's all bullshit. And
Yeah.
we know that it turns to shit in just a few years.
And it feels in this moment like they're performing.
It
It feels in this moment like,
definitely does.
is any of this real though? And
Yeah.
of course, you have Robin as she's reading her portion of the mission statement. She can hardly get through
Oh
it
my
because
God.
I get emotional when I
I
talk
almost
about
threw
things
up
that I
watching
love.
this.
Like, it's just, I'm like, you're performing.
Yes. It's like,
And I don't buy it.
no. And I don't think anybody does. I don't think the viewers bought it even back then because
I don't know.
If I was watching this, I would never have believed Robin from the get-go.
Okay.
She's been a snake, in my opinion. But like, I don't know, if you wanted to like commit to the family again and you wanted to do something to like celebrate all of your love and like be together, you could have taken like a big family trip and could have like camped out on the beach or something and like made it a really cool
Mm-hmm.
like family centered trip, or I don't know, just get together. And
Yeah.
it didn't have to be produced with all of the furniture and the dresses and the phallic cake and the decorations
And the witnesses, the people
Yes.
showing up to celebrate you.
Right. It didn't need to be that. It could have just been a giant family get together or like a big barbecue in the
Mm-hmm.
middle of the cul-de-sac where everybody's just like playing around and we
Mm-hmm.
all hang out together. You could have rented a big family house where you all stayed together, kind of like the Christmas that they
I was just
did.
thinking about that first Christmas.
You know,
Yeah.
like you could have done something like that and it would have been so much more meaningful and authentic. But instead, you put on this stupid display
Yeah.
with the mission statement in the sand ceremony to try and convince the audience that you love each other when we know you don't.
Or they're starting not to.
Yeah.
It's all falling apart.
It is.
Yeah, and so thus concludes season 6. There was a lot
Bleak.
going on. I mean, here again, this was like the 19th episode. I think in season 6 we went to Sedona.
Yes.
Like we've had therapy with Nancy.
the baby talk.
We've had a lot that we've had to go through. So I'm excited to get to season 7.
I
I'm
am too.
really excited to get to Leon being awful to Mary. I'm not sure what season that is. That's the catfish and or after.
Yes.
Like I am dying to get to the catfish, bitch. So like we're just going to keep going.
Yeah.
We're going to keep covering these rewinds, and we thank you guys for joining us. Now, Beatrice, is there anything else that we need to say to these beautiful raccoons before we get up on out of here?
Well, if you love our podcast, please go to your favorite podcast platform and leave us a glowing 5-star review. Really helps us grow the pod, so maybe one day we can get to 6,000 subscribers.
Oh my God,
It'd
can
be
you
really great.
imagine? Visualize.
The vision board.
We will be back later this week to continue our conversation about what crazy stuff is happening on Welcome to Plathville. So make sure you join us for that. Until then, please do not forget that we have nothing but love for you, and peace out.
Bye.
Bye, guys.